Sometimes not knowing what to do can make us feel uneasy. Like if we don't figure it out fast, we might miss out on something. And that was me a couple weeks ago. I felt like I could be doing more. I just didn't know what more looked like. And it began to stress me out because I didn't like not knowing. But now I have a different perspective. So, with that being said, let's get transparent. If you are in a place where you don't know what to do, you don't know your next steps, it's okay. You're not supposed to know. I'll start by saying that you're not supposed to know. And this is something that God had to show me and tell me. And I want to let you in on our conversation because a couple of weeks ago, I was spiraling. And I was spiraling because I had made up in my head that there's more that needs to be done. I need to figure this out. I need to do this. There's no way that God only wants me to do this. I have to do more. And God told me, you're a human being, not a human doing. So if there's something that I need you to do, best believe I will instruct you. But if you haven't gotten more instruction, and when I say more, I mean God has told you to do something and you've been executing it, you've been doing it, but you feel like there's a next step. If God hasn't revealed a next step, maybe what you're doing right now is what you need to be doing. And God brought me back to my childhood where my mom, maybe y'all were like this too, but my mom would pick me and my sisters up from daycare, and the golden question we would ask her is, what's for dinner? And if y'all's mom was like mine, she got frustrated. Sometimes she would let us know what we were having for dinner, but a lot of the times she would get super frustrated because, why are you asking me that? I just got off of work. Can I please get in the house, take my shoes off, and decompress for just 10 minutes? Just give me 10. And as a kid, you're like, all I'm doing is asking what's for dinner. Why are you so mad? But now that I'm in adulthood, the most ghetto hood there is, I understand. Mom, I'm sorry. I understand. Like, forgive me. But even when she didn't tell us what we were eating, that didn't stop us from doing what we needed to do as her children. So we had chores, we had homework, we could go outside and play after we did the chores and homework, and then shower when we get in. And then if food wasn't ready and we didn't find out the what by then because the what wasn't prepared, then we would continue to do what it is that we knew to do until we were called down and found out the what. So understand that you are a child, and being a child means you don't know everything. You don't have everything figured out. And I know parents reveal things, in the way that they're supposed to be revealed. If there is something that you need to know, God will let you know. He says, for I know the plans. He knows the plan. So if he knows the plan, and if you aren't asking him what to do, you need to start by doing that. But then B, if you've asked him and he has yet to reveal anything more than what he's already told you, you're in the right spot. You're good. And because we are in the world being adults, we forget to humble ourselves before God, because in kingdom, we are his children. And you see it so often especially in TV shows, where there will be a child who's in high school and they have a job, they babysit their siblings from time to time, they're mature for their age. And because they have a taste of being an adult, they then step to their parents and say, I'm grown, I do this, I do that. And then they get smacked with the reality of, if you want to be an adult, you can. So help pay rent, help pay the water bill, help pay for groceries. Don't touch them groceries that I bought. Go buy your own. Yeah. And now they've taken on all these responsibilities of an adult because they had a taste of adulthood and they feel like now they're grown. And that's what puts stress on you. That's what makes you get anxiety, because you're trying to play a role that you weren't meant to play. God knows the plans. God has a different perspective. So you have to trust him enough to know that he's going to delegate and tell you everything that you need to know in the time that you need to know it. So friend, maybe you not knowing what to do means that you're actually on the right track. What if God just wants you to be? What if he wants you to learn how to be a child because you haven't grasped that yet? What if he just wants you to be in his presence because you're so used to doing all this extra stuff that you don't know? That's something that you don't know how to do yet. What if you need to be more secure in your identity in Christ? Maybe you need to grow to love yourself. Maybe you need to grow to learn how to receive love. What if the I don't know what to do is something so simple that you think that it's not what you're supposed to do, but it actually is? And that was something that he revealed to me. Like, I'm so used to doing, and I feel like if I'm not doing, then I'm not useful. He's like, you don't know how to be a child. You don't know how to be in my presence without feeling like you have to work so hard. This is a relationship. Although you are here to glorify me and I have you here for a purpose, if I haven't revealed something to you, just understand that you're right where I need you to be and be okay with that. There's a reason why Jesus, when he sent his disciples out 2 by 2, he said, don't bring extra security. Don't bring more food, more clothes, an extra pair of shoes, money. Don't bring all that stuff, because you need to learn how to be a child. You need to learn how to trust God in uncertainty. And you have to be okay and fall in love with the mystery. Imagine knowing every single thing. Where would God fit in? Imagine having everything figured out. There's adventure and mystery, and you build more intimacy when you don't know what's going on. You have this dependent relationship where you're holding God's hand and he's just leading you. There were times where I would just be in the car and I would think that we're just going from daycare to home. But then my mom would take a detour and we would stop at McDonald's. And it's like, oh my gosh, oh, that's so dope. Like, not only was I able to hang out with my friends at daycare, I thought I was just going to go home and, do the regular stuff. But I get a Happy Meal. This is lit. As a child, you get luxuries. As a child, you can lean and rest in the fact that you are getting taken care of. It's going to take trust, but understand you're not meant to know everything. You're not meant to figure it out. He has all the answers. So seek him every single day. Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and everything else will be added. So if you don't know what to do, continue to seek him. He'll let you know. So as you deny yourself, take up your cross and follow Jesus. Stay in a child's place. And until next time, bye friends.